Hello and welcome to week 2 of AC1160 Advanced Accounting Fundamentals. Remember that the contact information is down here with the name, the email address, and the phone number. We also have office hours on Monday at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Not required, but it is time carved out if you have questions at that time. It is in a question and answer format rather than a lecture format. And I want to basically start by calling into this separate number. It's a different number, which has a call-on code. And then we can jump into the screen share software if we need to, using that after we're logged in to the phone number, and that we can use that to work through problems as we go. Also remember that most of the problems will have instructional videos related to them, and many of those can be found here. I'm going to put most of them on this YouTube page now, so if you could go here directly and find most of them, not all of them, but most of them will be here. So if we go under Charter, the header of Charter, and we go into the AC1160, we could kind of go straight through these in this format and find most of them here. Gonna scroll down to the current week that we are in, which is of course week 2. So week 2 will have a familiar format where we will have the objectives, the topics, the lessons. We're gonna be covering chapter 8 and chapter 9 here. Here's gonna be the links to the instructional videos. You could go directly to the YouTube page and find them there, which may be a little faster. And then remember that everything from the discussion forums down to the quiz area is what we need to complete during this time, during this week. And although most of the stuff is going to be completed up here in McGraw-Hill's Connect, not everything is listed in McGraw-Hill's Connect, so we want to get used to the fact that everything will be listed here in Moodle Rooms, and that's where we want to basically check everything off, although most of the work will be done up here in McGraw-Hill. So the first thing, of course, on the list will be the discussion forums. So remember the rules on the discussion forums. We need 4 posts, a minimum of 4 posts. Most people will want to post more than 4 because you want to make sure to pick up that 21%, which is a big part of the grade, and you have the most control over that 21%. So I would post more than 4 posts. You can post to anything that I post after the original post. You can post to anything that I've posted to someone else's post. And of course, we'll have a lot of added questions in there on the discussion forums for available posts to get that full credit. Then we have the assignments. We've got the homework. These will all be done in Connect here, so we got everything from here down in Connect. Still a good idea to go in here and check them off just to be in the habit of doing them in that format, even though they will all be in Connect in this case. So I'm going to go up to McGraw-Hill's Connect here, and we're going to go into week 2, the current week that we are taking a look at. We've got the familiar Learnsmarts here, so the Learnsmarts for Chapter 8 and Chapter 9, which are related to the homework, which are actually listed second in the Moodle Room shell. And there should be around 25 questions there, and then once you're done, you can use those to practice for the test here. And then, of course, we have the longer ones, the ones where you have to input data, and they're not too bad, they're not too long this time, but just remember that the paperclip here is used to help with this problem up here. So you do not need to turn on the paperclip. You can use it, you can work the Excel sheet on the paperclip, you're going to use it to turn this work in here. So if you opened up the paperclip, it would look like this. We would have this 3 tabs down here. First tab has links to the videos, and this video, they're actually a bit older, so they're not the YouTube videos, but they should work well. And then we've got the Excel here, so this will show you the example problem. And of course, if you want to use the worksheets, you can, but you don't have to. It's good practice. And then this one should help you out a lot to put in the data to the here. So that'll help you out to put in the data into this item here. Same, of course, for this paperclip in relation to this assignment. And then we've got the quiz. The quiz will be due by Sunday. Make sure to do the quiz by Sunday. Can't generally make up the quiz unless there is an unusual circumstance, in which case we would take that on a case-by-case basis, and you'd have to contact me. Whereas the other work, on the other hand, generally can be turned in late for late work points. All right, let's scroll up to the gradebook up top, left-hand side, gradebook. Just remember the policy on the gradebook is that everything is due on Sunday per week. Then I have until Tuesday, and everything should be updated hopefully by like noon on Tuesday. I got kind of a lot of grading this time, but hopefully by noon on Tuesday it should be updated. So you want to go in here on Tuesday and just, you have the vision in your head, of course, and exactly what the gradebook should look like after it's been updated. And then once I update it, you should be able to go in here and say, okay, that looks correct. And if it's not, then ask me some questions on it. For example, week 1, after it's updated, On Tuesday by noon, you could then go in here, and this which should be populated from a dash to 100% because everybody's looking to get 100% on the discussions. The quiz will populate in accordance with what was received on the quiz up here, and same with the assignments, and same with the homework. If anything here has a 0 at that time, then what's going to happen is the dash will change to a 0, and that's what you'll know it's a 0, and you can go ahead and see if you can pick up the late work on that at that time. Then if you have any zeros in here and you want to pick up late work, you complete those in week 2. Then by the end of week 2, of course, everything is due by Sunday, including late work as well as new work for week 2. And then I will have that graded by the following Tuesday. So anything that is going to be updated, whether it be late work or current work through the current week, that week being week 2, will then be updated by the Tuesday of week 3, and then you want to go in there and check that and see if it has been updated like you imagine at that point. All right, so that's going to be it for week 2, so have a good week 2.